none other than J.Irvine and the big fella, J.Warnick, who needs no introduction, so I'll probably skip most of his accolades. Jesse and Jeffrey have had a great run so far today. Lauren and Mr. DJ.Young have just come off the court, had a thrilling victory over a new partnership, I believe, Jay De Villiers and Cassandra Gerke. I had the pleasure of watching that one. It was a good time had by all. Referee is on the court. Looks like there's just a few minutes away from the opening points. Waiting for them in the gold medal match is Irina Terashenko and Adam Stone. The winner of this will go on to meet them. We're down here in Fountain Valley at the Los Cab Sports Village. It's a beautiful venue. Lots of tennis courts, lots of other sports going on. And they've been kind enough to lend their venue for the inaugural California Open. Let us know online who you think's going to win this one. If I was a betting man, I'd say the Vegas odds. I'd say minus 200, minus 250 perhaps, in favor of the Warnick and Irvine team. They've played a lot together, they train together. I don't think they live together, but they are incredibly good friends, and I think they're just a well-oiled machine generally. And when Jeff is on, he is a force to be reckoned with. That said, I've seen DJ play some of the best pickleball I've ever seen him play, and possibly ever played today. Just the kind of reach that he's got. It might not be as long as Jeff, but with a more traditional grip, more towards a continental, he doesn't suffer too much on the dinks at all, and is able to play with a lot of deception. Very loose. He plays his best pickleball, oddly enough, when he's standing fairly tall. He knows when he needs to get low, but generally he likes to stand tall, look relaxed, wait for almost anything in his wheelhouse, and then pounce, usually in a very deceptive manner. J.Warnick, he's one of the great counter-punchers of the game. He almost wants you to attack him. In fact, I think he has already said that. He loves it when someone tries to challenge his hands. He's using more of a semi-Western, almost Western grip, whereby he never hits a backhand. He openly admits, I don't think he's ever hit a backhand. He's using one side of the paddle and one side of the paddle only. J.Irvine, she actually carried myself to victory in the 19+ mixed doubles at the national championships just 3 or 4 months ago. So cheers, Jessie, if you listen to this. And L.Stratman, I believe coming down from Santa Barbara area, thereabouts. Relatively new on the scene, but she's making waves. Now sponsored by Electrum. Her and DJ go back for a while. They've known each other for at least a year or two. Played a lot of matches together. And there's an intensity they share that really helps them feed off each other. So it's going to be interesting to see if it becomes a Lauren versus Jessie Dink Festival, and how easily it's going to be for J.Warnick or DJ.Young to get involved and start poaching. I don't think DJ is going to want to challenge Jeff too often head-to-head, but stranger things have happened. We've got 0-0-2, and we're starting off with a heads-up battle here between L.Stratman and J.Irvine, Trinity, as she's known in circles. A little bit of breeze around, I apologize, that might be affecting the audio. Jeff looking for a backhand flick, just sails a little long. And 1-0-1 is the score. And DJ appeared to be ready for that one. Very ready, I would say. 2-0-1. And Lauren taking advantage of Jeff. And there's a point there. 3-3-2 is the score. And Jeff is all over the place. This is going to be a tough one to get out of. Oh, incredible get there. This point has everything in it. Through the legs. On the run dink from DJ.Young, just sails slightly long. Epic display of athleticism though. DJ.Young, originally from Spain. He's been, I think he's been a regular at Bobby Riggs for some time now. Coaching there, I believe. And 3-4-1 is the score. And again, through the legs. I'm not sure why he's doing that so repeatedly. There isn't millions on the line at this point in endorsements. But what do I know? Nice deep serve there from Stratman. That's a little high. And I think she managed to tag the elbow of young DJ.Young. Ha! Young DJ.Young. There we go. 4-3-1. Lovely looking slice. Side spin return more than anything else. But that third has just stretched Stratman on the backhand side and forced an easy error. 5-3-1. After playing with Jessie a handful of times, I can attest to her consistency on the third balls, almost as much as the kind of power she brings to the table. She just doesn't miss many at all. It's almost frustrating how often she hits the ball in the middle of the paddle. And there is a timeout. 6-3-1 to the Irvine-Warnick team. So they had a strong start, the DJ.Young and L.Stratman side. They blew off to a 3-0 start, but fairly quickly Irvine and Warnick settled in. Curious what kind of strategy is going on there. We'll have to go and listen in, but probably wouldn't be quite kosher. Irvine just checking if she's the correct server. (6-3-1). Let's see if they can't get a few more and close out this first game. Stratman makes the big fella pay. He is ambitious. He is ambitious. By virtue of this very unorthodox grip that he uses, he really has to hinge a lot at the waist to play those kinds of aggressive shots, and dinks, but the dinks tend not to put him out of position as much as those attacks, where he has to regroup himself, regain his posture, and then be ready for the counterpunch. A lot of his game plan relies on no one getting back the first ball, but Stratman is wise to it. Ooh, that was that was a counterpunch. Very impressive. 3-6-2. DJ missed an opportunity to pounce on that one. Let's see if Warnick can make them pay. Oh, that's adorable. DJ does have one of the more deceptive inside-out forehand dinks in the game. He can make someone sway in a direction and then bring the ball behind them. And Warnick has missed that one wide. Little talk of strategery there from Stratman and Young. Oh, and that sailed a little long. Warnick needs to stop the bleeding. I will definitely play with Jessie if she asks me again. Let's get it together, Warnick. One of the things you'll see in common for so many of these top professionals is just how low they get. Not everyone has the same style of getting low. You'll see Jessie, for example, using more of a hinge from the waist than a drastic knee bend. Simone hinges as well, but also incorporates a lot of knees. And that has sailed long. Jessie certainly read it, knew the attack was coming, but just couldn't control the trajectory. 6-6-2, we've got a tied ball game here. Young returning to Warnick, and that's an uncharacteristic error there from Stratman. One of the important strategies that many players need to implement. Oh, a bit of a miscommunication there. I believe Lauren thought that was going in. DJ thought it was going out. For my money, I thought that was probably dropping in. It wasn't a clean contact from the other side. What I was alluding to before is returning to the danger man on the Irvine-Warnick side. Warnick has a wingspan just north of your average albatross. And keeping him back by returning to him can be a fantastic strategy. .682 is the score. The level has dropped slightly. There's a little bit of wind around. Let's see who can sharpen it up. A lot of pressure. And there's a slippery whiffle. And they split the difference. The old divide and conquer. And there's a good pickup there from Irvine. Oh, and Warnick pulls off a shot that DJ is really getting known for. That's got a sting. Almost impossible to read that, so no one's to blame too heavily. 9-6-1 is the score. 2 points away from taking the first game. Plenty of backspin on that return. Folks out there, if you're playing against someone who likes to hit a lot of backspin on their return of serve, the important thing you've got to remember is how low you get and how high you aim above the net, given that the deflection off the paddle is generally going to be quite a lot lower than normal. There's a free tip there, Coach Me Pickleball. Head on to the website if you like, www.coachmepickleball.com. DJ getting the better of Warnick in a hand speed battle. Not many land mammals out there can do that. Oh, and probably shouldn't have poked the bear too many times. And we've got a score of 7-9-2. Young serving to Warnick. And a little overly ambitious. .971, and Warnick looking for the stack. Oh, they're going for the I formation, just in case they can get the returner to make a mistake in the designated target. A sneaky play, I like it. Oh, and that's good night, Irene. And that's an Irvine on behalf of a Warnick. Looking to close. Some good stuff in transition. Nice, cool, calm and collected. Oh! Got a second server and another opportunity to close out game one. 10-7-2. Nice deep serve. And Jesse looking to blast through Stratman. But Stratman returns in kind. Very impressive stuff there from the ladies. 7-10-1. The window is still open. Let's see if they can't pull this off. And it's an incredibly difficult thing to read the Warnick forehand from every position. If you are coming from a strong tennis background, whereby you're used to reading the body language of fellow tennis players on a pickleball court, Warnick is going to be your kryptonite. And that's a side out, and a third opportunity to close out game one. We'll have Jesse serving to DJ.Young. That's a slippery looking return. Nice control there, and that's around the post territory. And there's a pirouette from Young. The Bolshoi Ballet is on the phone as we speak. But a miscommunication, and it's good night, Irene. Or Lauren. That's a fantastic first game there A lot of entertaining stuff. Not the finest paddle taps to finish game one, but I'm sure they'll get that together in game two. So we've got Irvine and Warnick taking game one, 11 points to 7. There'll be a change of ends. Let's see if Young and Stratman can find a way through this incredible team vying for a spot in the gold medal match. I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm going to go grab a jacket, but I will stay on the line. Don't you worry. It's a cool 63 degrees thereabouts here. And we've got game two starting. An immediate side out. 0-0-1, Irvine to serve. Whew. That ball was lucky not to catch a spectator. And Jeff putting a little bit of extra heat on the serve. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Mr. Warnick, I believe he's 6'6". That should give him a reach of around about 78 inches, I believe. Yes, but I think he's one of those players that has a longer reach. All right, 2-0-2. And that's a fairly routine put away. That's good. Zero, 2-1. Stratman with a regularly good-looking third ball, but the reach of Warnick able to get a hold of it. 0-2-2. Oh, Jesse's seen that before. Ooh, very close. Young trying to carve that backhand dink cross court within inches of the line, just sprays it wide. 2-0-1 is the score. Oh, that's a lovely shake and bake. With the amount of power Jesse possesses and the wingspan and reflexes of Warnick, it's a good strategy for that side for sure. Come on, Jeff. That is a regulation net height. 10-6-1 is the score. Let's see how this one's going to play out. And Irvine has pulled the trigger early. DJ was wise to it. I tell you, if they don't get this one, the momentum is certainly going to be on the side of Young and Stratman. Let's see if they can't capitalize on some poor third balling. 6-10-1. They need this point. Oh, inches away from greatness, or a free point. 6-10-2. Young serving to Warnick. And there is the slippery whiffle. She did learn that from me, possibly. I think she saw a Pickleball channel video, and there's no greater feeling in the career of a young lady than deceiving Mr. Warnick and possibly hitting him in around the kidney section. Lovely looking cross-court dinks. Stratman has really improved her dinking. And that's too good there from Warnick. Read it like a children's picture book. 10-7-1. This is the third side out they've had to close out this match. Let's see if they can do it by the book. Oh. That's a tough one. Hard to say. I certainly won't chime in on that one, but could have gone either way, that one. And there's some disgruntled looks from the young Stratman side. Unfortunate, but who am I to say? The camera's in the way for me, so I couldn't tell. Either way, we've got a victory from Warnick and Irvine, who will be going on to the gold medal match against Irina Tereshchenko, the White Russian, and Adam Stone, the Adam Stone. That's it for me, from me, for now, anyway. I will be back with more, well, my style of commentary. I don't even know what you call it, but it is what it is, and it's a good time. So, join us soon for the gold medal match in the Mixed Doubles Pro at the inaugural California Open at Los Cabos. No, not Los Cabos, sorry, Los Cab Sports Village. Cheers, folks. Speak soon.